it is meal prepping time. All right. The way that I meal prep, I kind of like do a combination of preparing individual meals and also preparing just like my proteins and my carbs separately. So what I like to do, I have a little whiteboard and I write down what I'm planning on cooking, like the order that I'm gonna cook it, because I have to reuse some pans and like some things have to be in the oven for longer because I don't have like an air fryer or anything like that. I have an oven, a stove, and a crock pot, and that is how I do my meal preps. So that's what we're doing today. So this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna make potatoes. I'm trying a new recipe today. I wanna make some egg bites because I do like to have eggs in my diet. It's a good protein for me. But I hate making them in the morning. So I'm trying a recipe for egg bites so I can just like have them, pop them in the microwave and eat them. So hopefully that tastes good because I'm gonna go all in and make just like a whole dozen of them because why not? And I'm also gonna be making ground turkey on the stove. I have rice made, I just have to portion it out. Ooh, I'm gonna cut up my boyfriend's peppers, even though I hate peppers because they're nasty. Wow, I really didn't have to meal prep as much as I thought this week. Some weeks I feel like I have like so much more to do, but this week I think the egg bites are really gonna make it. Like, we're gonna make it a good week. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, potatoes. This is what I use. I got it from Aldi. They're like red potatoes and yellow potatoes, but they're like the small size. I really like how they taste because all I do is I cut them up. I leave the skin on. I cut them up, put them on a pan with a little bit of oil, and then I bake them, and they're really, really tasty, like home style potatoes, I guess. So I put them in a colander, and then I wash them, and then I chop them up and put them on a pan. First, I line the pan with foil, makes cleanup so much easier. So here we go. All right. So I just kind of chop them up. I know there's like a scientific, mathematical way that you're supposed to cube potatoes. And if I went to culinary school, I probably still would not do it that way because I like my food to have character, like me. Also, I was always surprised. Like I've had a bunch of roommates over the course of my adult life, and it's very, 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 very surprising how many people do not know how to chop anything. As I throw a potato across the room. Actually, it landed perfectly on the pan. Thank you very much. Yeah, I walked in on a roommate one time and she was trying to chop vegetables with a steak knife. You need a chopping knife if you are cutting up like potatoes, vegetables. I don't understand how people don't know how to use a knife, but I guess I'm just lucky that I had a dad that taught me how to do that kind of thing. Not everybody is so fortunate, and sometimes I forget to remember that. I do check the potatoes, like I look for if there's like any major gross things, like this looks kind of nasty, so I chopped it off. That's going in the trash. Other than that, I eat the skin and I don't care. I'm pretty sure there's like a lot more nutrients in the skin, but that could just be an old wives' tale. I think it adds a little bit of flavor. You know, if you like the flavor of dirt. I'm just kidding. It doesn't taste like dirt. Yeah, see that? Gross. Getting chopped off. Goodbye. But it's just that little bit, not the whole potato. So here we go. I was thinking while I was grocery shopping today, it is actually so ridiculous grocery shopping is, because almost everything comes in quantities of like 4 and 6. I'm trying to only grocery shop once a week. So why am I buying just enough food that I'm going to run out the day before I have to go grocery shopping? That's why everybody has cheat days, is because they don't have enough food. They ran out of food and they have to have a cheat day because they can't go grocery shopping until tomorrow. And that's the sad truth. But it was something like, oh, it was English muffins. I was like, maybe I'll have English muffins with my breakfast. But then I was like, only 6 come in a pack. I'm gonna need 7 if I want a whole week's worth of breakfasts. But if I get 2 packs, that's 12. And if I have 12, they're gonna go bad before I can eat them all. It doesn't make any sense. Big grocery is setting you up for failure, so that you either have to throw away half of what you bought, or they make it impossible to only grocery shop once a week. Either way, you're screwed, right? So yeah, that was my deep thought of the day. I ran my dishwasher before I started filming this, so there might be some background noise. I hope it's not too loud for y'all. One more. Yeah, here we go. All right, so I've got the potatoes. I gotta get the oil. Just use some olive oil. Just a little drizzle. And then I mix it up so that they're all covered in the oil. I got my oven preheating to 400. Potatoes going in. I don't really use a timer. It usually takes like 30 to 40 minutes. So I know it's 5:30 right now, so I'll just check on them at 6 and see how much more time they need. Boom. So next I'm gonna start working on the egg bites. So I saw somebody on Instagram. How do I not know how to open my own blender? Okay, so I saw somebody on Instagram that made egg bites and they added cottage cheese. And I was interested in that because it makes it so that it's not just a baked egg. So I guess here we go. 12 eggs going in the blender. And now I've got some low-fat cottage cheese. I have no idea how much this person used in the recipe that I saw them making on Instagram, so we're gonna wing it. That's probably good. Maybe a little more. Now, where did I put the lid? I hope you're not as difficult to get off the next time. I'm gonna call it a smoothie. Okay, so next I will continue to wing it on this recipe. So I'm gonna just spray my muffin tins so that the eggs don't stick. It's gonna be amazing. Beautiful. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put spinach in the bottom of the muffin tin. Just a little bit in each one. The eggs. So I guess I'm just gonna pour some into each cup. Try and do it evenly so they're all about the same size. Look how beautiful. So now I'm going to add bacon bits to each one, just a little bit for some flavor. I didn't mix them in with the egg mixture itself because I knew they would sink. So then, like the first few that I poured, like the first all of them that I poured wouldn't have any bacon, and then the last like 2 would have all the bacon. So that's why I'm doing it this way. I kind of wish bacon bits came in a shaker. This bag is really unrealistic. Like instead of a salt shaker, like a bacon bit shaker. Yes. Also, bacon has no macros because it's made of happiness. So, you know, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be really disappointed because I didn't follow a recipe, I didn't know what I was doing, so like obviously it should go perfectly and there be no issues, am I right? Like, how could I expect anything but success at this point? You know what I mean? So I got those put together much faster than I anticipated, and the potatoes are still cooking. So I'm gonna wait until those are done before I put these in the oven. And while I wait, I'm going to do the dishes that I have already made so that I don't have as much work to do when the whole meal prepping saga is over. So that's it. That's my meal prepping for the week. And that'll probably last me a few days, and then I'll have to cook half of that again, but that's okay. Next week is the Pittsburgh Pro, so I will be doing a recap of that afterwards. So I hope to see you there. Until then, stay fit, stay fabulous. Thanks for watching.